All right, let's get to it. I chose to read Just Listen by Sara Dessen, who is a young adult author. Her writing style is very easy to follow, very fun, very filled with drama. If you are not a teenage girl, however, you probably do not want to read her books. They are very much like chick flicks. They follow drama and they are like coming of age stories. As far as this book is filled with many different types of characters. We have our main character who throughout the entire story is developing as a young woman in high school. She does not like confrontation, anger, fighting, anything. The main character is Annabelle Green. She is surrounded by many characters. The important ones throughout the entire book are Owen, who is kind of her polar opposite. He has anger issues. He is known to be violent, get mad, and he deals with his anger and everything very well. He has already developed as a character. He is just a developed character all around. We don't see him develop in this story. We also have Sophia, who is Annabelle's old best friend, and Clark, who is Annabelle's original best friend. We have Will, who is Sophia's boyfriend, which we will get to soon. And those are the main important characters. The setting of this book is not in a specific place. The only specific place is New York. However, it's not a big part of this book. The biggest part is just that it's a city in America with a mall, a pool, a school, and houses. So it's nothing specific, but includes many of these places. The plot of the book, it starts out with just getting to know who Annabelle is as a person, getting to know that she doesn't like confrontation, understanding that Clark is her best friend from childhood, and that Sophia moved in. They were all three friends, and Sophia made Annabelle choose between Clark and her. Annabelle chooses to be friends with Sophia because she's more entertaining than Clark is. And so right away we find out that Annabelle really doesn't have friends now because her and Sophia also have a falling out, which we don't learn about until later. So Annabelle is going into her junior year of high school with really no friends and nothing to look forward to. She ends up having to find a new place to sit at lunch, which is where she meets Owen, who is our already developed character in this book. They become very good friends, even though they are not very similar. They bond over music and having not exactly arguments, but very in-depth conversation over it. Annabelle starts to fall in love with him, and basically they're just very close, and it's the whole teenage girl love romance aspect that comes in there. Owen is able to start getting Annabelle to come out of her shell by talking about music, arguing about music, letting her know that it is okay to have her own opinion. The book really starts to show the development of Annabelle, when her biggest problem starts. One of Sophia and Annabelle's mutual friends is raped by Sophia's boyfriend, Will. This is not good because we find out that Annabelle was also raped by Will. And that is why Sophia and Annabelle are no longer friends, because Sophia thought that Annabelle was looking for attention and was jealous of what she had with Will when Annabelle confronted Sophia about what had happened. Annabelle is asked by this girl to testify at a trial, and really, she just asked a lot of herself because she is not good at verbally expressing how she feels, especially not in a courtroom where there is a lot of conflict. This is when there's a lot of backtracking in her development as a character. She self-isolates herself. She does not talk to Owen anymore. She doesn't talk to anybody. It's just not a good point in the book. She eventually does communicate with Owen, tells him everything about what has happened with Will and Sophia and Clark, everybody. So, excuse me. It gets to the point where she decides she's going to testify with the help of Owen pushing her to do so. She testifies. Will does not show up for the trial, so it is basically her word against nobody. And this is basically the epitome, the climax of the movie, where she finds out it's okay to have a voice, to have opinion, and to make sure people know it. After this, she is able to rekindle her friendship with Clark, and her and Owen are friends again and in love, and she really figures out who she is as a person, and really just looking at the entire book, we see the development of Annabelle from a person who has friends and is popular to being alone and constantly having the problem of not being able to stick up for herself or communicate. And we see her develop into someone who has her own voice, who has her own opinion and voices it, and who has friends again and good friends and is a good friend back to them. These are a lot of the themes, friendship and communication and the importance of it, and, self-help, really, too, caring about yourself and sticking up for yourself and knowing that life is going to be hard and you just have to get through it sometimes and to not give up. Clark? Oh, hello. Climax of the movie is basically it's a book. A young author. No, she ain't. Oh, didn't see it there. Well, since you're here, hello, welcome. All right, let's get talking. Alrighty, okay. Hello. That's an intro. We could do something like that. Might break the chair, but let's do it.